It's always a gut reaction when you read a piece. You just get a smell that's, oh, this is talking about things that aren't normally dealt with in theatre in a way they're not normally dealt with. I like that. I like it's rather odd, this play. It's very touching. But you're always a bit nervous. And then Jack O'Brien read it. He liked it very much. I thought, well, you know, he reads a lot of plays. So he came on board. And then Joan Allen. And she's been not wanting to do theatre for a long time because, you know, playing 8 nights a week when you're used to making movies can be not to your taste. But she read that and said, I don't want anyone else to say those lines but me. So I thought, oh, well, maybe my gut reaction was right. And here we are rehearsing it, and we're right in the middle of it at the moment. And we're beginning to feel we want an audience. We want to hear how it plays. It's like no play I've ever done. It's a grown-up love story, 2 people edging towards each other, discovering how you can get rid of all that baggage, that emotional baggage that you accrue during your life through relationships with old lovers, parents, whatever, damage so that when you're faced with somebody who has had a sort of similar life experience and who has lived more than 40 years, you have to sort of, there's a way of coming together which is quite different from when you're in your 20s, where you're sort of virgin in a way, you know, everything. But by the time when you get to your 40s and you look at somebody and think, I could love that person, I think why it will possibly touch an audience is that so many in the audience, especially here in New York, but everywhere in the world, people have that experience. They've had lack of success in their relationships, they've had failures, they've had, yes, maybe triumphs. And they're still looking, everybody wants love, everybody wants companionship. And I think to watch this pair going through this dance as they slowly perhaps come together it'll be an interesting exercise for an audience to watch. Jack is wonderful. He makes every rehearsal like a party. He's enormously generous, enormously helpful, enormously experienced. I couldn't be happier than to be doing this with Jack. One knows one is in good hands, and he's patient as a director, and he allows you to go through the process you have to in rehearsal to try to unravel, get to the heart and the core of the subject of the play. And he's a great friend. What else could you ask for? All I can say is he's been a photographer, an observer all his life, and found himself in a position in Africa where he had become emotionally involved, and that all fell apart, and he was, from being an observer, he became very subjective about something, and that sort of broke his heart, and he comes damaged into this woman's life who has herself been damaged. A patient man. Joan and I made a television film last year. She played George O'Keeffe, I played Alfred Stieglitz, her husband. And so we have the pleasure of starting rehearsal, knowing each other, trusting each other, having got through that sort of period of getting to know. So it's very useful that we start like that. And she's a very different person to me, you know, she's a Midwestern girl, I'm an English man. But when they say opposites attract, I think it's because we love what's different to us in other people, and there's a lot that's different in Joan from me. And I think we both find that, and that's very fertile. She's also an actress who, like me, doesn't like acting when it shows.